Hello guys, how we doing? Welcome back to the West Ham, a winning channel now, mate. I'll tell you what, we're a bit of a. I'll tell you what. If I had to describe us at the minute, we are not a horrible team to play against. Like we're not fun to watch. Let's not get about the bush. We are not fun to watch at all. We are stubborn. We are hard working. We are gritty, solid, defensive. A real professional victory today, mate. Again, we'll go through the individual players at the end, but what result again? Do you know what I mean? This was a potential banana skin.
Yeah, it was. I think professional is the right word, mate. Professional is the right word. 3 points, fantastic. It's definitely the sort of game, you look at before and go, oh, this is definitely a game where we could slip up. Saying that, I said during the game, this is a team with 1 point, 14 goals conceded. I think we made hard work of it.
First half, mate, it was really, really tough. Before we start about the game, let's just talk about the lineups, mate. For them, Ramsdale in goal, Egan, Ampadu, Bulldog, Burge. I really like Burge. I thought he played quite well today. Forward, Fleck was always dangerous for them. Lowe, McBurney, McGoldrick for us. Fabianski, Balbuena, O'Connor, Sofel, Rice, Socek, Masuaku, Owen, Haller, and Fidel. Obviously, Antonio fouled a late fitness test. What did you think when the lineups first come out, mate?
Yeah, no surprises. Good to see Ogbonna back. Got man of the match. Great to see him back in. He's such a good player for us.
Oh, he was fantastic. And when we talk about man of the match, I'm sure he'll be in that conversation.
Yeah, Sky gave it to him. So solid for us. Great to see him back in. Yeah, no real surprises, to be honest. Obviously, Antonio missing out, which is a shame. But obviously, Haller came in, did his thing. Not too surprised. I mean, like I say, I can't be negative because we won and we got the 3 points, but I do want to see more from us. Again, I said during the game, at the moment we are so one-dimensional. We're so one-dimensional, and when we did score, it came from someone actually driving at the defense in the box. Do you know what I mean? I want to see more of that. I think Lanzini looked sharp when he came on. Really lovely, good couple of touches, good feet. And again, someone just driving. This is where, likes of Lanzini, Benrahma, we need to find ways to get them into the team. When we
lacked pace, didn't we, in the first half? Mate. And you said it was a bit too predictable.
Yeah,
I think pretty obvious we wanted to go down a wing.
It's fine playing that way against, the big clubs when we're expected to have less of the ball. But when we're playing against teams, like I say, a team that's bottom of the league, 1 point all season, only scored 4 goals, 14 conceded. That's where we need to be trying to get the likes of Lanzini and Benrahma into the team, just to try and do something a bit different to open them up, because we're too one-dimensional at the minute. Yes, like I say, yeah, we got the win, but the win came from us, from Fornells, going
trying something different. Yeah.
Trying something different, yeah, exactly.
But first half, mate, they started really well, didn't they? Sheffield United, they had a couple. Fabianski had a really good game as well, actually. He did some really good saves. They just seemed to be a yard ahead of us at the beginning. I'll tell you what they did really well. They seemed to nullify the Cresswell threat. It was as if I was watching at points and they had 2 or 3 players going in packs when Cresswell got the ball.
Yeah, that's a fair point, mate. I actually think Cresswell had a pretty quiet game, and I actually think Fornells didn't have his best game either. But no, 100%. I did notice that during the game that Cresswell was quiet. They did a good job stopping him. But again, that comes down to how one-dimensional we are. They know that stop Cresswell, all of a sudden the service is sort of gone.
Yeah, no one who can ping it. Yeah.
I can't believe I sound like I'm being so negative. I'm not. I'm really happy that we won.
No, we're talking about the first half, and at the first half, I was a bit frustrated.
And the likes of, I have to say, mate, Bowen is starting to frustrate me. He is. He's starting to frustrate me.
He worked really hard, as Andy said there, and I will read the comments later.
He worked hard, and he worked hard every game.
Decision-making. It was a layoff to Haller, needed to be done. That would have been 1-0 then. So there's a couple of little desperate for goal all the time, though, isn't he? I think that's what it is with him. He's desperate. He cuts inside. And a greedy striker. That's what a striker should be. Would be moaning if he didn't shoot. Sometimes it's just think about the team at decision making. Fornals is bad for that as well sometimes.
Yeah.
A couple of other good chances. Souček as well. He just sort of didn't go for it, did he? He didn't want to put his leg out. That was a really good chance.
It was a great chance. Again, that's one that you'd bank on him putting away. Really good chance. Again, sort of flicked in. Haller sort of did well to win the header, knock it on. You would have bet on him scoring that. I mean, we did. We had chances. We did have chances.
I thought Sofel had a really good game. I thought Sofel was brilliant.
Like I say, I don't think I'll pick anyone out as having a bad game. I think, obviously, like you say, Cresswell was quiet, but I think they did really well to nullify him. I don't think Fornals or Bowen really had particularly good games.
What about Haller first half then?
I think he did.
Before the goal.
Yeah, I think he did well.
Slated on Twitter.
I think he was doing well. You know, he was winning flick-ons. He was holding the ball up. He was moving the ball back. I think he looked a lot more interested than he has done the last couple of weeks. Maybe that's because he scored while he was away on international duty. You know, that would have been good for his confidence. I think he looked more interested today. I don't know if you saw the interview after the game.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did.
And he basically said that himself. You know, he said he wanted to bring that confidence back off after the international break and, you know, pleased to score and all the rest of it. But I think he had a better game. It still doesn't fit the way that we're playing. You know, you still would rather have Antonio, and I still want to see Antonio and Haller together against the lower table teams. But I don't think Moyes will do that. But we'll see.
Second half started. Again, no changes, no shock. The goal did come, mate. As you said, we tried something a little bit different. Drove forward. I didn't think a goal was going to come, but it did come quite early in the second half, actually, 56th minute. What a goal, mate. What a finish. I did like the way the commentator said a hit and hope. It was not a hit and hope. Yeah, like he just put his foot through that and that went in. Frustration shot, I think.
I agree with that, mate. I did see actually a post on Twitter that said that, like, he put all his frustration into that shot. Great strike. He just levered it, just put his foot through it and just smashed it. Took it well, and we know he's got that in his locker. You know, we know that he can do it. He's not a bad player. We know he can score goals. We know he's I just feel like, and it's not like I'm saying anything nobody doesn't already know, but we just use him in so the wrong way. Like, we're playing Haller and we're playing to him as if he's an Andy Carroll. He's not an Andy Carroll striker.
But he's more Sheringham. He's more of a Sheringham style player, isn't he? No, you've got to be into his feet and running on and gambling that he's going to, you know, give a layoff to you. But yeah, great goal, 1-0 up. Could have been 2-0 up, mate. Haller again. Masuaku did really well, drove into the box, laid it back to him. He just didn't open his body up, did he? Just sort of side-footed it. Or Rice maybe put him off a little bit. I'm not sure.
Yeah, that was you would have thought the easier chance. Should have done better. There was a couple of times where I think it was before that chance where Fornals had the ball on the left and Haller was on his own in acres of space in the middle, and Fornals,
yes, I do remember that one. Yeah,
ended up playing it backwards when all he had to do was sort of dink it over, and then he probably would have scored there. Like I say, we had chances, but
Rice had one, didn't he? Header off the bar, from a corner. What about their one? Hit the bar. That was. I'll tell you what, that was. I'll tell you what. He just hit it. I think he hit it too well. But he hit it too well, and that's why he caught the bar. But that was a little bit nervy. That was at that point. But Lanzini come on, as you say, mate. Busy. No Ben Rama again. What do you make of that? Is it adding more and more to the? Not a Moyes signing, or Moyes was a bit nervy at 1-0. Like, all these question marks start coming up.
Yeah, I think honestly, when Lanzini come on, I was surprised that it wasn't Ben Rama. I kind of understand it. You know, they both are very similar players, so he's only going to want to bring one on after Ben Rama gave away the penalty in the last game. Maybe that was on Moyes' mind. Maybe he just thought Lanzini might be a little bit more dependable. You know, Ben Rama's more likely to do a trick and lose the ball. Lanzini will do tricks, but I don't know. He's a bit more of a safer player than Ben Rama. Do you know what I mean? So maybe that came into it. I wouldn't read too much into it. But like I say, it's against the, like, if you can't play your attacking players, your Lanzinis, your Benramas, against the team bottom of the table, when are you going to play them?
When are you going to play them? Yeah, when are you going to play them? Yeah, no, I agree, mate. I totally agree with you. Let's go into the comments before we go any further. Sorry, go JP first. So, relaxed watching most of us are that huge chance in Sheffield United. Yeah. Feed Haller and he will score. Feed Haller and he will score. 99% of headers should have 2 or 3 goals if other players have picked the right parties. He's very true, Kent. Owen needs to pop the ball off. 1-2 touches, want more touches. It's true.
Obviously, that chance. It was in the first half, wasn't it, where Bowen was through right at the end of the first half, and really could have just squared it.
Yeah. It was a massive chance, that one, mate. Massive chance. Yeah. Bowen and Fornells worked so hard off the ball. It's great to see as being in both boxes. A deserved man of the match. We'll discuss that a little bit more in a minute. I'm good, thanks, Kent. We're 1,700 subscribers. Luke helped us out with that. No worries, JP, as always. Hello is very good technically and will score goals, but I'd like to see his work rate a bit higher. Haller could have had a hat-trick. And we talked about Luke towards the end. I think that penalty giveaway was on his mind. Yeah, definitely. So big performances for you, mate. Let's go through let's go through the actual 11, actually. Let's give him like a 10 out of 10 or whatever. So Fabianski in goal. I thought, I'll give him an 8 out of 10, mate. I think he pulled off some important saves. He was quite busier than he should have been. So, yeah, 8 for me. What about you?
Yeah, I'd agree with that, mate. I think that's a fair score, 8 out of 10. Like you say, made some good saves. Looked sharp. He never looked particularly troubled. The only one I can think of was the sort of header, the looping header in the first half.
Yeah.
But yeah, 100%. I'd agree with that, mate. 8 out of 10.
Sufel, right wing back. 7.5.
Yeah, I'll give him a 7. Got up and down.
Version was a little bit better today as well.
Yeah, got up and down. Didn't really give the ball away. He looked a bit hesitant to put crosses in today, I thought. But yeah, solid, dependable. Just a solid performance. Yeah, 7 for me, I think.
Buena, I thought he was in the air. He does lack that little bit of pace, but again, I can't fault any of the defence. To be honest with you, Balbuena gets an 8 as well. I think for me.
I'd give him a 7.
Yeah,
I'd give him a 7. Again, solid. Didn't really do anything wrong. Didn't stand out. The one who did, obviously.
Yeah, it's the next one. Yeah. So, mate. My man of the match as well. I thought he just gets better and better every game. This is a man that West Ham fans were saying, bit of him. He's no good, and look, he's proving why he played for Juventus these last sort of 6 to 12 months. He's just immense in the air. Leadership. He's clever with the little fails. He's clever with the little touches and annoying other players. He's a proper leader. He is. He's a real leader.
He's a brilliant player, and I think the move to 3 at the back really suits him. Playing on that left side of the 3, obviously left-footed centre back, and that's where he would have played for Juventus as well. Probably Italy too, actually, when he played for Italy. So suits him. And what a player, mate. I know we've always sort of stuck up for him and defended him on this channel. I think Ogbonna's brilliant, always have done. And it's great to see him getting the recognition now. Really good to see that. Man of the match, well deserved.
I'll tell you what, mate. If he was 26, 27 years old, he would not be at West Ham. That would be one that they're looking at, like Man United or not so much Liverpool, but like them teams around that area, Arsenal, Man United. Definitely, he's such a great defender. Cresswell a little bit quieter today, like you say, mate. A 7 for me. He did his defensive job brilliantly, but that attacking threat I think was nullified. But I think that's credit to their manager for identifying that. I think. Yeah,
I'll probably give him a 6.5. Again, maybe a 6. Not a bad score, just an average score, really. Just average. Like you say, he was a bit quieter today, but he didn't really do anything too wrong.
Masuaku, busy. He could have provided an assist. A little bit unlucky that Haller didn't finish it, but he's always a threat. He's got a bit of magic in him. Again, another one improving every game.
Yeah, I'm probably going to end up giving most of the team the same score. I'll give him a 7 as well. And like I say, really good. We all know this about Masuaku. He's so good going forward. He's not brilliant defending, although he pops up in the box a couple of times. I think after he gave away a penalty the other week, that's on his mind a little bit.
Yeah. But the thing is, I don't know whether you see the games yesterday, mate, the Man United game.
No.
You know, the penalties in them games, it's just literally a player gets a touch at the minute, they're going to chance their luck, VAR. And who wouldn't? You know what I mean? Well, I've held a touch. I've got a chance if it goes VAR. And I think that's what the defenders are a little bit nervous about when they're playing. So check. Him and Rice, let's do him and Rice together, actually. They both get an 8 for me. I thought Rice interceptions were just immense. Provides so much protection for the centre-backs, you know, and lets the attackers do what they've got to do. Just brilliant today.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I think Rice had a very, very good game. Made some really good tackles as well. Sort of good covering tackles. Yeah, brilliant. And that's such a, I know we do the same thing every week, but that's such a good spine of the team now. You know, those two in the middle. Let's pray, mate, that they stay fit all season.
Mate, if we have, for once, a bit of luck with injuries, we'll discuss it in a minute. But if we have a little bit of luck with injuries, yeah, we'll talk about it in a bit. We'll carry on. Yeah, so going Bornals, like you say, mate, not his best game today. I think I would give him a 6 today. It was busy. The work rate was good defensively.
Work rate's always good from Bornals. It's always there. He popped up a bit. I don't think he had a great game. I think if I gave him a 6, I'd probably be being generous. I think I'd probably give him a 5. Yeah, I don't think he had a very good game. Bowen on the other side, I'd probably give a 6.
Yes. So I'd give a 7 for the goal. He gets an extra point for the goal.
Yeah, I'd agree with that, mate. I think that's good, and that kind of sort of. I think to be fair, that sums up the performance really. You know, mainly 7s, 1 outstanding from a Bonner.
Getting the wins when we're not playing that great. So that is the sign of a good team. That's a sign of a consistency. The consistency I like. And one more I'll throw out for you, mate. David Moyes. What's his rating? Gone up to as I text you, mate, a dizzy 32% win percentage now.
That's
both stints. That's over both stints.
It's so difficult, mate, because I want to give the man credit. You know, I want to give the man credit. He's found something that works. They were saying today this is the best start we've had to a Premier League season since the final season at the Bowling, and we're only 3 points behind that. So you have to give him credit. You have to give him credit, but I need to see that there's a plan B. I need to see it because this can't go on. Like, don't get me wrong, like if we played every game that way and we won every game 1-0, we'd win the league. Yes. You know, but I just want to see something. I want to see a plan B. Like Moyes has got one plan and one way of playing, and he's so stuck to it, so stuck in his ways.
I don't like is see someone put it on Twitter, and I sort of agreed with it straight away. Is it's like he burns the players out to like their last legs. Like, come on, Dave, make a sub. Yeah, okay, maybe he's a bit nervous. If he makes us change, they won't have the same commitment. Dave, they're so tired at the end. Like, Fonals was blowing. Owen was blowing. Like, come on, get some freshness on the wings. You know, that's our outlet. I think that is, again, the actual tweet read, Moyes' lack of subs will cost us a European spot this season, is what the tweet said. And it's like, yeah, actually, that is quite a valid point.
Yeah, it's his lack of subs. He doesn't really. He's not a proactive manager. You know, he's not a proactive manager. It's like he's scared to change anything. And like I say, it's the lack of subs, but it's as we're saying, you know, I want to see a bit more adventure against the teams that are at the bottom of the league. Like I said, you know, if we can't play our attacking players against a team rock bottom with no wins, 1 draw all season, I don't know when we're going to do it.
Obviously, Villa's next, mate. Massive game that now. I'll tell you what, mate, we win that and the results go away. We're like flirting just below that top 4 if we win that game. We'll talk, obviously, a proper preview about that in the week. But what do you make of that game? That's going to be a tough game. They're a good side, Villa. A very good side.
Yeah, it is going to be a tough game.
Antonio back in for you, that game?
I think if Antonio's fit, he has to come back in because he's so like the whole way that we play, our entire game plan is built around Antonio. So if he's fit, he has to play. And I do see a comment there from Brian, and I said it earlier, 100%. You know, I want to see Antonio playing off Ale. I want to see them playing together. But I just don't think Moyes is going to do it. He won't change the system.
He won't go too up top. He won't
go too up top. He's too risk averse. And that's my problem with David Moyes. Like I say, you've got to give the man credit. You know, like as I say, best start to a season since last season at the Bowling. I have to give him credit for that. Long term, no, he's not the man for me. 100%.
Well, I think we need to see what happens, mate.
I think let him have this season. Let him get us solid. Let him get us some confidence. Let us have a good base. But I wouldn't keep him beyond that.
Really?
Yeah.
If he got us like a solid top 8 finish, you wouldn't give him another year. So I think this is what we need. I think this is what we need, mate. I think we need the stability. I think we need that. We need to build something for 2 to 3 years.
If then he shows
onto another manager.
All right, let's put it this way, right? If he shows that he can adapt, then yeah. And I think for us,
got to think it's not his full squad yet as well.
For us to get a top 8 finish, he's going to need to adapt. If we carry on playing this same one-dimensional football season,
get found out. Yeah,
we'll get found out. We won't finish anywhere near top 8. Nowhere near. We'll finish bottom half. And I'll be perfectly honest, mate. That's pretty much what I expect to happen. And then no, I would want to see him go.
Say right. So this is dream scenario, right? So over Christmas, we have fairly decent Christmas, sitting about 9th, 10th, and mysteriously he's back somehow. He gets his king. We get like a centre back or whatever, or a centre mid probably is what we need. Would you back him if he was sitting 8th or 9th? David Sullivan should be backing him to go for it. Go on and have a go.
Oh, he should. Like in January, yeah, definitely. Yeah. He should, yeah, definitely. Like I say, the thing is
that's why I would give him one more summer transfer window. Again, it's hard because of this board. Go and get the players he wants because it's still sort of a pity David Moyes team. See his final product. That's what I want to see, a final product and what we play like under his final product. For me, that's what for me. I've got to say, I'm turning slightly for Moyes. I've got my questions like you, mate. It's boring. It's a bit Allardyce. We're winning.
For me, he's, and I know I'm probably going to get stick, but for me, he hasn't won me over, mate. I don't. Like I say, there's no, unless he can show. Like I say, back him in January, 100%. Back him in January. Go and get Josh King. Go and get whatever centre back he wants. If he wants a left back, and then if he gets those players, and then he starts, switching it up and maybe playing 2 up front, playing 4 at the back against the lower teams, and playing a bit more through the middle, trying to break the lines. I'll 100%, mate. I'll be behind him. But if he gets those players, and then he still just plays exactly the same way, no, yeah. not for me.
No, I agree. There's that one-dimensionalness needs a bit more fluidity. You can't fault the results. You can't fault the way we started. So far. But so foul, so good. Should I say? Let's just go back in. Another win, but still hating on the manager. If I never knew better, I would have thought we have lost. For F's sakes, I'm done with Fan TV. I'm not digging him out.
Listen, mate.
I'm backing him.
It's opinions, Like I say, that's my opinion. You'll feel free to disagree with it, mate.
No, and I think it's fair to say that Paul's giving him credit where it's due. No, you are allowed to say, there's certain ways that we could potentially become a little bit sharper, a little bit. You can't listen. That is a game we would have lost a couple of years ago. Fulham game, yes, we were a bit lucky with a penalty. Certain games this year were showing character. It reminds me of the Pardew year a little bit, where we don't know when we're beaten. We keep going. That little bit of character. That's what I like. More leaders on the pitch. Definitely more leaders on the pitch now. Anything else you want to talk, mate, before we go? It's only going to be a short one because
I want to spend another 10 minutes slagging off David Moyes. I'll
tell you what I will ask you, mate. One more question. So we're 8 games in. Sort of half answered it yourself, really, sport it a little bit. But so 8 games in, 9 games we've played now. So after Monday, we would have played Villa. Let's presume it's a draw. We'll be on 15 points. Where do you think we're going to finish? 10 games in.
I think that we will get found out, and we'll probably. I don't think we'll be in any danger of relegation this year. I don't think that, but I 12th to 14th for me.
I do think if the team stays fit, I think we've got a good chance. So it's that anywhere between 8th and 12th. I think we've got a good chance because it's a funny season. It's one of them ones. It's like Leicester season again. I put that tweet out yesterday, mate, about Tottenham. Tottenham win the league, we get top 4. What's your opinion on it?
Well, as I said to you at the time, mate, the thought of Tottenham winning the league makes me feel sick. Like, actually, genuinely makes me feel sick. But to see West Ham in the Champions League, I'd get over it.
No, I agree. It was just really interesting. I put it out there just to see what the level of hate was. And yes, did win. Again, it just shows that how much we hate them. The thought of them winning it is just like...
Look at when we thought they were going to win the Champions League.
Oh, my God. I was prepared to not watch football ever again.
Yeah, that was it. That was like a giving up moment, that was. But... No, if we... Obviously, dream scenario is not going to happen. But if we finished in the top 4... we'd obviously be some team. And yeah, I wouldn't be worried about what Tottenham were doing if West Ham were good enough to finish in the top 4, to be honest with you.
Yeah, no, great. I think we should give the cup a good go this year as well. If we're in a comfortable position, there's no excuses. We haven't got to think, we're going to get relegated. And as you say, mate, not realistically going to get top 4. So got to give something a go. Did
you see there was a thing that came out? I don't know if it was this week or last week. It was about our tenancy agreement that if West Ham win the FA Cup, we have to pay the OLDC £100,000.
Oh, we don't want to win it then, do they? That makes all that sense now, doesn't it? It makes sense. Yeah, I think we'll leave it there, guys. We don't want to go on too long. Like I say, it's not a proper podcast. We'll do a little one in a week, building up to the Villa game and talking about any news that comes up. Yeah, hit a like if you like the video. Subscribe if you haven't already. Dig me or pull out, or whatever opinion you want to
get a Moyes Out t-shirt made up for next week.
Until then, I'm going back to my PlayStation 5. On your irons, keep believing. Let's go.
Cheers.